G'day guys and welcome back to Andor. This is episode 6 of season 2. Previously on, we didn't really have too much happening. We had Cassian on Gorman getting a feel for Rylands, and Rylands wasn't really impressed. He's full on kind of revolutionary, but he's willing to risk it all, which is the point of a revolution. He's willing to risk it all, advertise it, and seriously risk the retaliation from the Empire, which will be large, it'll be swift, it puts more than the 500 people that Grand Moff Tarkin killed at risk. Big deal. Cassian's trying to talk him down, but Ryland seems fully committed, so we got that going on. We've got Saw Gerrera stealing Rhydonium with Willman. And Willman now seems committed to Saw Gerrera's cause, whether it's willingly or whether it's just because he's terrified he's going to die. Saw Gerrera could have killed him on that planet, wherever they were, whether they were still on like the Marquez moon, but just at a different location than the Neen Valley. I don't know. They didn't show us. I assume it was where they were. But yeah, Willman could have died, but he's committed to the cause now. He took off his mask and breathed in the Rhydonium. What else, man? We're getting more on, I don't want to say the ISB's plan, but it's really the ISB's plan for Gorman and the Empire and the seeds that they've planted for these rebels that they can rely on, is what I believe they called it in the first couple episodes when they were setting things up. You need revolutionaries that you can count on to do what you want them to do when you want them to do it, and that seems to be coming into fruition with this shipment. We know Cyril gave them the information for these shipments, and everything seems to be coming into place for that. Cassian seems to be the only one there that seems to recognize that fact and is trying to talk him down, but it doesn't seem to be working. So we have all that happening on Gorman. We didn't get Mon Mothma last episode, but we did get Luthen and... I'm sorry, I keep forgetting her name. Freya, maybe? She planted a bug on someone's antique to spy on them for information. Luthen agreed to it at the time, but now it's coming back to bite them in the ass. There's a very good chance they could be discovered if they don't get the bug out of there during the party, because they're going to be rechecking all the antiques for forgeries the day after the party. So they're going to have to act quickly. I wonder if they're going to send a Bix in, or if Luthen's going to do it himself. I don't know. Be interesting to find out what happens with that. And that's it. This is the final episode of 3 BBY. Episode 7, 8, and 9 will be 2 BBY, which is the big year, I think. At least for Mon Mothma and the Rebellion. So whatever happens on Gorman is going to happen either this episode or it's going to happen at least episode 7 and 8. You know what I mean? We know something's going to go down in this episode, then they're going to skip a year, and then it's going to be the fallout from that. So I'm curious to see how they handle it. Whatever happens to Gorman might happen this episode, could happen in episode 7. I have to wait and see with that. I don't think I'm missing anything from last episode. So this is it, man. Let's get to episode 6, the end of 3 BBY.
Hold on.
That was a trippy camera angle. I thought that whole thing was going whoop, but it was just the ship.
Look at you. What's his name?
Variant Sky?
Not bad. Tell me about the Gorman front. You weren't there very long.
Don't get involved.
How long was he there for? A week?
2 days in, you barely looked around.
2 days, damn.
How do you know what I did?
We heard it didn't go very well.
Who's gonna care about it?
The Empire will care about it.
Exactly. In a place where they know nothing about fighting, they'll be crushed.
They're finally wanting to do something. You tell them to be careful.
It doesn't matter to you, does it?
Mm.
Gorman in play.
It's a distraction.
Frontline against the Empire. A chance for that.
A new rebel cell.
You're thinking small. You're thinking like a thief.
I'm thinking like a soldier.
Think like a leader. Think about a planet like Gorman in rebellion. A planet of wealth and status.
But given the Empire's propaganda against it, nobody wants anything to do with it.
It will burn. Very brightly.
Yeah, for the Empire, as a message to everybody else. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I can see what he's doing, but, I mean, these rebel cells are popping up everywhere. Gorman's just another one. So all these planets are taking the same risk.
You were sourcing another item.
It's being delivered as we speak.
They send someone else.
Visiting friends?
Her, of course.
By nature.
I have friends everywhere.
See, they've learned from Cassian already. Instead of openly saying, hey, it's you.
Fresh blue suit, croissant t-shirt, polished shoes. Just your kind of guy.
Are you gonna have to bring him home some night? You must be hungry.
Oh, I think we know what he wants to eat.
He knows you need a rest.
I would have gone if he asked.
That's not the point. He's so pissed off, he's not gonna tell me. He has to know we're having this conversation. He doesn't do anything without a reason.
Paranoia, man.
Maybe he just wants us to waste our time talking about it.
But one conversation with the man, and she did get cleaned up. So, good news. For another job, mind you.
Why so difficult this season? You never struggle.
What's these dinners? I mean, how many years did you serve before we held a ceremony dinner? I count 80 new senators all hosting investiture banquets.
All rising up into the ranks of the Empire. Awesome gauntlets. Who do they belong to? They're always showcasing something, and I got no idea usually.
This is a very poor decision.
You come to the house and you mess with Bix. You mess with her behind my back.
You realize what you're putting at risk right now.
It would have been so easy for you to tell me.
When you leave here, and that will be immediately, you'll have brought a medallion that was missing from a shipment that Clea took this afternoon. A Darvian.
Yeah, not Freya. Clea.
Kill me or take me in. You're in.
Yeah.
Oh, but Gorman looks too painful. Bix is too vulnerable.
I give you everything.
Is this everything? This fury, this lack of control? Violating every protocol we live by? Soft on Gorman, but willing to protect Bix at any cost.
We are not droids, Luthen.
We are not who we were when we started. Bix has to pull it together, or you will have to decide at what point it becomes too large a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he did help.
Oh, no. That's gonna be up to you.
I want her as strong as you do.
No, you need her.
I was alone. I came with you to be part of something. You want my blood. You helped me work this out.
It's good. Yeah.
Thank you for the medallion. Coming on.
It's going to be very interesting to see what happens between all this, too, because we know where Cassian ends up and who he ends up working with, kind of thing. They're both here?
The gear. The kid took it. Do you know where it's going?
It's not far. I thought we should meet first.
I was told they don't know what they're doing.
That's why we're not doing much. It's fast, it's simple.
She's in Doctor Who, isn't she? And like, that's why the hair. Yeah, yep, it's definitely her. Yeah, she's got the same short hair in both projects.
Our friend in Gorman.
He's just reached out, sir. There's an ISB field agent on site. They believe a rebel attack is imminent. There's been a rapid in local activity.
And the shipments are running smoothly.
Yes, sir.
Love it when a plan comes together.
Dedra. Cyril must never know what this is all really about.
I remind myself
Calcite.
constantly, sir.
Okay, so he's there doing stuff, but he's not fully aware of what it is. So that means he doesn't know about the Calcite. And it makes me very curious if Cyril's going to turn rebel. Or if it, at the very least, leads to him breaking up with Dedra.
You're driving the transport, right? That's our ride out. You're the end of our line, which means you do not move under any circumstances until you are told to do so.
By who? By you. I live here. We've put a lot into this.
Listen to the experts.
Your time means nothing. Prep is useless if you can't follow orders.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good plan. You've picked the right spot. Nobody needs weapons, everyone has a way out, but right now it is just the plan.
And we've heard the plan, which usually means it's going to go to shit.
I can't stress this enough. You're all going to need to respect the chain of command. Cinta and I will have blasters. Nobody else. And I mean nobody.
Which means some of them are going to have blasters.
Intelligence gets stale. You might be too late already.
It's more it is.
Unfortunately for them, the Empire is well aware of what's happening. Okay, so she's not clean?
Biggs?
It's flashing.
Just doesn't stop, huh?
Whatever the mission is, I'm coming. Do you hear me?
Hey. You'll come with me.
That way Luthen can't manipulate her in some way?
Luthen should have told me you were in trouble.
I wasn't thinking clearly.
All the more reason. He shouldn't have let you say no. He should have told me.
We're worth more to him separately than together.
Well, that's something we'll have to talk to him about.
Same kind of situation with Cassian and Bix. He sees what? These couples as like a distraction or something? Distraction from the cause, he calls it. I mean, Luthen did point it out. Cassian, not willing to care about Gorman at all, but willing to risk everything for Bix. These two, basically the same thing. Wants everybody laser focused as he is. That's just too damn bad for him.
Upon my life and honor.
The Senate!
For the peace and bounty of all beings.
Peace and bounty.
My full allegiance. A galaxy of worlds. A galaxy assembled.
She hates it. Never heard that before. It's the loyalty oath to the Empire, though, I guess. The Senate's fully committed. Most of them, anyway. I don't think there's gonna be some 90s techno music in this. It could be.
Senator Mothma.
Senator Organa.
Perrin.
Bale!
How are you?
I'm free.
Yeah, recast.
Party of the season.
Oh, don't tell me you've left Paul
What do I know this guy from?
Had to split up to cover the rounds. I drew Scotland.
Yes, we always did that, but...
Not tonight.
No, you're family now. You're in for the show. Good luck with it.
Yeah. We had a Bale Organa cameo. I didn't expect that, to be honest. Whoa. That's one hell of a camera. Man, they know what's happening tonight, huh?
They're just setting up now.
Are you on schedule with the targeted shipment?
Oh, because Cyril's informing them. I wonder if he's gonna get caught. Okay, here we go. Some electric shock thing. It wasn't like a localized EMP, because whatever it was, shut everything down. So, do they actually know what's in this shipment, though? I'm sorry, I didn't actually see if they opened one of them to see what it was.
Tinians believed all language could be reduced to touch. Their skin was so sensitive.
Insurgencies have a long history of...
That's not good.
Who wants to die for lawless ineptitude?
Well, how much longer?
Stuck.
It's stuck.
Man, you got one thing going well, one thing not going well. I'm assuming there's gonna be a switch.
Put both hands on top.
Why?
Hold it
Do it.
steady.
She's gonna have to like yank it.
1 minute warning.
Fuck. I've done that before. I've torn skin off. Not so much bleeding like that, but I've had to do that a few times, where it's just taking the skin right off in between the fingers. I'm just worried about the blood that's gonna spill on the ground.
Donne-moi Balarchak.
Mon traîneau, Fréchec.
De l'ambiguisme?
He has a blaster.
Et Balor.
Because of course he does.
Donne-moi la station globale 14, tes petits fausses caquettes.
Ta lame de chez Gabriel.
Shots fired. One shot.
Okay, they just shot the wall, but like, it's gonna call attention to it. Oh, they killed somebody. You're kidding me right now, dude. Right in the fucking chest. Are you serious?
I can't see it from here. I can't move.
Never mind that. Call the response team.
And come in loud. Make sure they know we're on the way.
Get them out of there.
I can't take her. I can't take her. Ça se monte. Loris.
Fucking idiot. Didn't listen and brought a fucking gun with him. Yeah, you're the dickhead partly responsible for it.
Indian Codex. Isn't it lovely?
Okay. Is there going to be blood on the ground?
It's very special.
Why?
No, we had a listening bug on it.
It's a book. You read by touch. Your hand. It's from a planet where blindness was considered a gift.
Oh, well. I'm sure we can all think of some people who'd be right at home.
Well, they brought her back just so she could die in an episode, huh?
She was everything that you have daydreamed about. She was a blooded, fearless warrior whose loss will be mourned in ways that you will never understand. She was a miracle. And you, to die like this because of you.
Didn't follow orders.
Whining, simpering, foolish child. Don't you dare cry. You'll make up for this forever.
Make sure he doesn't repeat the same mistake. The Doctor. Yeah, what's his new project? We haven't gotten that yet, have we?
Get in the chair.
I know you.
Get in the chair.
How do I know?
It will only feel like forever.
This is Bix's mission. Yes, hear the sound of screaming children. Retribution is sweet. I'm just gonna leave him there.
Hey, who are you? Nobody's allowed in here.
It's gotta feel so sweet for her. Nice work. Okay, so that was the mission they got sent on then. Fair enough. Okay, so... They brought Kaz in for, like, one episode. I don't think she was in this much. We saw her, like, once. In episode 3. We saw her this time. They brought her back just so she could die. I assume, like, it's maybe partly because she was also going to be in Doctor Who. They're probably filming around the same time, and that's probably why she wasn't in this, and that's probably why she died. Obviously, they did very well in telling the story of just that one dickhead. I didn't even bother writing down his name, to be honest. I thought something was going to go wrong, and he was probably going to be the first to die, but I knew it was going to be at least him or that one woman that they wanted on the roofs. On the roofs or topside with the two of them. Was it Drina, something like that? It's either going to be him or her that had a weapon on them. Turned out to be him. He gets into a tussle with somebody that has spoken out about the Empire in the past, but obviously not part of the Gorman front, as small a cell as that is. And something tells me if they just told the guy what they were doing, he would have been right there with them. There wouldn't have been a tussle, and Kaz wouldn't have died. Honestly, like, I think that's how it could have gone down, but it didn't. Kaz died. Other than that, we heard at least part of the loyalty oath to the Empire. There was a lot of people in that Senate chamber chanting along. Mon Mothma obviously white knuckling because it's just getting close to the point where she's just gonna give up on the Senate and start the rebellion. Which, like I said at the beginning of this episode, is gonna be the next set of episodes anyway. It's gonna be a year later. But we had that. We had Cassian and Bix sent on another mission, and this one was to help Bix as well. They got rid of Dr. Gorst, right? We had a little bit there where he was supposed to be sent on a new project or something. Apparently he's too valuable or something to be an individual, so they was setting him up with some project somewhere, but obviously Luthen, whether Luthen was behind that sort of maneuvering somehow, or it was just, yeah, this is where he's going to be. We're going to send those two in to deal with Bix's issue. Get her revenge, her retribution. They put him in that chair, left, killed one guard, and then blew the place up. So that dude's dead. Probably makes him feel good. Probably makes Bix feel good too. But yeah, I mean, other than that, we got a Bail Organa cameo being recast. I need to find that actor's name because he looks familiar. Bail Organa. Yeah, okay, so he was only recast. It wasn't just because they needed to find like a younger actor for that timeline. It was just his, yeah, Jimmy Smits. He has a show on, I think, CBS, maybe? Let me see if I can find that. He was recast for that reason. They couldn't work around the schedule, so they had to recast him. Something else. But who is the new guy? Benjamin Bratt is his name. Okay. Benjamin Bratt. Well, he's been in Catwoman 2004, Detective Tom Lone, but that's not what I remember him. He played the voice of Manny in Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. He played Eduardo Perez and El Macho in Despicable Me 2. He's done the voice of Lord Zod, Hernan Guerra, and Superman in Justice League's God and Monsters. But Antonio Pope in Ride Along 2. Jonathan Pangborn in Doctor Strange, 2016 movie. Ernesto de la Cruz in Coco. TV shows: Shadowhunter, Nakai, Two Bear, the television film. Law and Order. That may be where I know him from. Detective Ronaldo Curtis. Yeah, I think that might be it. I think I've seen him in Law and Order. But he was also Javier Delgado in Modern Family. I think, yeah, Law and Order is probably where I know him from. He's been in plenty. Yeah, recast just because they couldn't work out the schedule with the original Organa actor, Jimmy Smits. Yeah, it was good to see Bale just doing his thing. Obviously, I think he was leaving. He wasn't part of the the party, maybe. But yeah. What else, man? We had the party. We had a bit of trouble getting the listening device out, but we managed to get there in the end. She was twisting that thing so hard she cut her hand open doing it. Blood didn't come into play at all, so they kind of got away scot-free with that one. I mean, in Gorman, yeah, we had Kaz die, but they got the shipment And like that was it. So whatever happens to Gorman, either it's gonna be happening, it must happen either in between the episodes, between 6 and 7, right? Between in that year gap, or we're going to see it episode 7, and then it all sets up Mon Mothma's speech on board the Ghost, where she forsakes the Senate and calls the rebellion together there. So I'm looking forward to next week's 3 episodes, man. I really am. This episode, like, dude, this series, no, not just this episode, but this series, man, every episode is just getting better and better. I mean, so far it doesn't top episode 3 and how they handled literally the 2 sides, but I mean, wow. And obviously things are amping up, so it really is just something special, man. There's nothing like this show on television as far as I'm concerned, and there is nothing else like this on Star Wars. It's just so damn good, man. And dude, it's not even just like the cinematography, not even just the stories and how they're handling everything. The music as well is something you can't overlook. Because that music, man, it can make things real tense, and then the next scene, it's techno music, and there's a party happening, and everyone's having a good time, and then it cuts back to something even more dramatic. You don't know what to think. Yeah, it puts me on edge, man. This show really does. From Imperial subterfuge to all the secrecy to just Cyril doing his thing. Like, you saw him there. He was kind of breathless after everything went down, and he had a big smile on his face. I think, was it this episode or last episode? He said that this was like the happiest time of his life or something, because he was doing a good work with the Empire. And Deirdre said it was good to see him so happy. But yeah, the only thing I got on my mind is what the hell is going to happen to Gorman and the Retaliate, because we're going to skip another year, so that armory is going to be fully built. We saw it nearly completed these last couple of episodes, probably last episode, not this one. In that year, it's going to be done, and I don't know, man. Like, that Gorman front is obviously going to be picking up on their work, stealing from the Empire, doing the thing. Like, I mean, Lothal, the Rebel crew on Lothal did the same thing. I assume every Rebel cell's doing it across the board. Especially at this point in time. But, I mean, because this would be after Ezra's speech as well, over the radio, so that was a real regular call to action, so everyone's picking up. But, yeah, we know something bad happens with Gorman. Can't wait to find out what that is. Does the planet actually get destroyed? Is it going to be destroyed by episode 7, honestly? Because there's still a year of things to go. But who knows, man? Like I said, it's just leading up to Mon Mothma leaving the Senate. So, we can't wait for that. But that is it for episode 6, guys. Join me next week for episode 7. But in the meantime, as usual, if you'll enjoy this reaction and want to see more, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, join me next time. And I'll see you there. Bye, guys.